In today's episode, I will look at the home equity report and the foreclosure report from Atom Data Company, how the housing market is looking for the fourth quarter and for 2022. My name is Rupa Nampalli, Realtor with Remax One. Hope you will watch full-length episode and subscribe to my channel. The severely squeezed housing market supply could be addressed as soon as this winter. About 65% of prospective home sellers plan to list their properties within the next 6 months, according to Realtor.com survey of 2,583 consumers conducted in October. Among them, 19% said they already listed their houses, 10% said they would in next 30 days, and 17% within the next 3 months. Atom Data, curator of the nation's premier property database, today released its third quarter 2021 U.S. home equity and underwater report, which shows that 39.5% of mortgaged residential properties in United States were considered equity-rich in the third quarter, meaning that the combined estimated amount of loan balances secured by those properties was no more than 50% of their estimated market value. The report also shows that 3.4% of mortgaged homes, or 1 in 29, were considered seriously underwater in the third quarter of 2021, with the combined estimated balance of loans secured by the property at least 25% more than the property's estimated market value. That was down from 4.1% of all U.S. homes with a mortgage in the prior quarter and 6%, or 1 in 17 properties a year ago. Atom Data, licensor of nation's most comprehensive foreclosure data and parent company to RealtyTrac, the largest online marketplace for foreclosure and distressed properties, released its October 2021 U.S. foreclosure market report, which shows there were a total of 20,587 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings, default notices, scheduled auctions, or bank repossessions, up 5% from last month and 76% from a year ago, making the sixth consecutive annual increase. Rick Sharga, Executive Vice President at RealtyTrac and Atom Company, said in a statement, as expected, now that the moratorium has been over for the 3 months, foreclosure activity continues to increase, but it's increasing at a slower rate, and it appears that most of the activity is primarily on vacant and abandoned properties or loans that were in foreclosure prior to the pandemic. The overall seasonally adjusted delinquency rate dropped 58 points from the second quarter to 4.88% and had more pronounced decline from a year ago. This is likely points to the fact that many people who leave forbearance with payment difficulties are working to resolve them by either adding missed payments to the end of their loan terms or asking for modifications more in line with their current finances. Compared to the same quarter last year when the pandemic was more of a concern, the seasonally adjusted delinquency rate was down by nearly 3%, or 277 basis points. Freddie Mac said in a statement Thursday that the average for a 30-year loan was 2.98%, down from 3.09 last week. It was the second straight decline and pushed rates to the lowest since September 23rd. Borrowing costs have been historically low since the pandemic rattled the financial markets in 2020, fueling a housing rally that has set home prices soaring. According to NAR chief economist Lauren Yun, home prices are continuing to move upward, but the rate at which they accelerated slowed in the third quarter. I expect more homes to hit the market as early as next year, and that additional inventory, combined with higher mortgage rates, should considerably reduce the speed of the price increase. For the third quarter and for 2021 as a whole, home affordability declined for many potential buyers. While the higher prices made it extremely difficult for typical families to afford a home, in some cases, the historically low mortgage rates helped offset the asking price. Growth of the median sale price of a single-family existing home slowed to 16% year-over-year, down from 22.9% the quarter before, yielding a median sales price of 363,700. Hope you have liked the information I have shared with you. If you are in the market to sell or purchase a home, please do give me a call at 732 397 9185. Have a nice week.